Thanks for giving me this opportunity to participate in this discussion. I fully enjoyed the Kat and Michael's presentation, very insightful presentation. Thank you very much. I would like to talk about some of the limitations and opportunities of disruptive innovation in education. Nowadays, everyone is talking about innovation, as you mentioned. And borrowing from the lexicon of the business sector, they are even talking about, they're using the expression disruptive innovation. I believe today's topic is also named as such. Though we use this term rather freely, the question of how to realize this innovation or disruptiveness seems to require a great deal of discussion. First, as you all agree, the education industry is known for very conservative stance, very conservative. So in general, the field does not welcome changes with open arms. We experience that very much. We take a higher education, if we usually take a higher education as an example, we might ask this question. Is it possible for a university president like me or President Chan to persuade his or her faculty members to change their teaching style or methodology or to incorporate high tech into their lectures? The answer may be negative in most of the cases. And faculty members really enjoy independence, which may be the very reason why they chose this specific profession. They strongly believe that the profession should provide autonomy and the freedom not to be impinged upon by others. And second, everybody's talking about the fourth industrial revolution, and people are becoming increasingly familiar with the new terms such as big data, artificial intelligence, and gig economy, and cryptocurrency, and etc. But when it comes to utilizing these technologies, it's a quite different story. Educators usually are not trained at all in terms of technology usage. For example, during the past several weeks in Korea, everything was moving to online, and there was a huge gap between what is available in terms of state-of-the-art information technology and its practical use. So all the universities in Korea suffered a lot because of that, because a lot of offline universities were not ready to go online. So a lot of faculty members faced considerable difficulties in creating online materials due to lack of training and also understanding of this mechanism. So, but tech-savvy, digital native students immediately noticed and complained about their professors' clumsy use of, this seemingly simple online system, and that negatively impacted on the class quality. And third, while the word is disruptive, sounds fashionable and draws a great deal of attention, the existing legal and regulatory environment does not necessarily welcome such a move. In Korea, for example, offline universities like us and traditional universities face regulation limiting the percentage of online lectures to 20% of the total. So according to Korean law, institutions must have sizable physical buildings and facilities in order to qualify as a university. As President Chang mentioned, the Minerva School, it doesn't have any campus. No physical lecture rooms available at Minerva because the world is itself is their campus. Also, Minerva is well known as one of the leading examples of a disruptive educational institution. So would it be possible, to establish such a university in Korea? As long as we have such a stiff and stiff regulations, it will remain difficult to disrupt the current educational model. So I think that leaves us with the status quo unless we are able to come up with rather bold solutions to overcome these obstacles. I mentioned about 3 points. One is how to ameliorate educators' mindsets and attitudes toward disruptiveness. And second, how to effectively train and make educators adaptable to and comfortable with state-of-the-art technologies. And third, how to roll back the existing stiff rules and regulations. As you can imagine, none of these seems to be easy task. Ironically, however, the current coronavirus outbreak provided us with an unusual opportunity to talk about the need for changes in current educational model. It forced us to diagnose our education environment, or even the state of 21st century humanity through an X-ray. First, coronavirus incident is clear warning against humanity's relentless pursuit of greed. Of course, we don't know, not sure yet what really caused this pandemic. Many points to consumption of wild animals as the cause. People have been eating these, wild animals in the hope of increasing their stamina, and some have identified bats or pangolins as the cause of the pandemic. But I think, in my opinion, the real culprit is human greed. Humanity's endless greed and vanity are destroying the Earth's environment and running counter to nature's providence. So I think we need to be disruptive in what we are teaching and in what we emphasize in education. So under the pretext of a practical society, we have been putting too much focus on cutting-edge knowledge and the skills, and less on character-building education. So the more selfish human beings are produced, the more society will succumb to greed. Second, the unexpected coronavirus happened to play a significant role in having faculty members experience the new technologies available in incorporation into their lectures. Actually, I talked to many professors recently, and actually they're after using this technology, many of them have expressed the need and willingness to utilize more online materials in their lectures. So it can be said that crisis have made technology inroads in education. And although it is unfortunate that the world is now experiencing and suffering from the pandemic, unexpected consequences are affecting the educational environment positively. We need to see how this new phenomenon will shape a new educational system. And finally, I think we must take advantage of this opportunity to identify some of the laws and the regulations that hinder a way to much needed disruptive innovation in education. Some laws should be revised to create a suitable environment for universities to thrive in the fourth industrial era. Outdated regulations limit the breathing space or breathing room for creativity. So in conclusion, we all agree in unison that it is time to embrace disruptive innovation in education, but in reality, we encounter many difficulties when it comes to question of how and whether the current regulatory environment will be supportive enough to allow us to pursue such a course. That's my initial comments. Thank you.